Hello boys and girls. So today in this video we are going to study about the asexual reproduction second process, which is conidiospore formation. So the next is which it is the second process, conidiospores. Conidiospores. Okay. देखिए यहाँ पे conidiospores are not formed inside the sporangium. They are formed exogenously. So first of all we have to write these spores are formed exogenously. What happens actually in these spores? For example, if this is the mycelium, this is the mycelium of any fungi, okay, and this mycelium first of all will form a hypha. Now this hypha has been originated. Now you will see there will be in this, suppose this is the hypha, and in this hypha you will see there will be the formation of some round spores. So these spores are nothing, these spores which are formed over here, these are conidiospores, okay, or they are also known as conidia. They are plural conidia, singular conidium. Now these spores get separated from each other, and on development they will give rise to a new fungal mycelium. On development they will form a new fungal mycelium. So this is a very simple process regarding the asexual reproduction, and the example of this process, the organism which shows such type of developmental process or such type of asexual reproduction, it is penicillium. Penicillium is a fungi. You might have heard about its name when you were studying the formation of antibiotics or the development of antibiotics in class 9th. Okay, so the penicillium fungi shows the conidiospore formation during asexual reproduction. Note it down. So I hope you all have noted this. Now we are going to study about the process of sexual reproduction in fungi. How the sexual reproduction takes place in fungi. देखिए क्या होता है बेटा sexual reproduction in fungi. Okay, first of all, before studying the sexual reproduction, we have to study about the type of or the nature of its body, not in the basis of structure but on the basis of number of chromosomes. So regarding this you should know that the body of fungi is haploid, or you can say that body of fungi is haploid. Okay, haploid. What is haploid or what is diploid? If the cell, if suppose this is cell and if it is having 2n number of chromosomes, the number of chromosomes is 2n, or means we can say that the chromosomes are in pair, then such type of cell is known as diploid. Okay, such type of cell is known as diploid if the number of chromosomes is 2n. And if the number of chromosomes is n, that means only single set of chromosomes are present, okay, then such type of cell is known as haploid. Okay, and if the body is made up of haploid cells, then it is known as haploid body, and if the body is made up of diploid cells, it is known as diploid body. So for example, of a human, we the animals, we are in the category of diploid, and if we talk about some bacteria and some protistas also, and the fungi, they are haploid cell bearing organisms, so that's why we consider that they have haploid body. Okay, so there is sexual reproduction is taking place in fungi. You can also say that there would be the formation of gamete. Yes, very good. There would be the formation of gamete, but there are no sex organs, so the formation of gametes takes place in gametangia. Here you will write, or we will write, formation, gametes are formed, gametes are formed in gametangia. Gametangia is a structure in which the formation of gametes is taking place. Okay, so sexual reproduction occurs in some steps. What are these steps? देखिए, steps of sexual reproduction. Steps of sexual reproduction. How it occurs? The steps are: first, plasmogamy. The gametes which are formed, the three steps will occur. The three steps which we are writing will occur on the gametes which are formed in this gametangia. So what are those three steps? Plasmogamy, karyogamy, and meiosis division. Okay, so these are the three steps: plasmogamy, karyogamy, and meiosis division. What is plasmogamy? Plasmogamy means fusion of cytoplasm. Okay, this karyogamy, this is fusion of nuclei. Okay, and meiosis division, which led to the formation of haploid spores. Division to form haploid spores. Okay, this is how the sexual reproduction takes place. Now, first of all, you please write down these steps. After that, we will start the process how actually the reproduction occurs in fungi. Okay. So now we are starting with the process how the formation, or how the sexual reproduction takes place in fungi. Look here. For example, these are the fungal hypha. Okay. This is the fungal hypha. Okay. And in this fungal hypha, this is fungal mycelium, and the two cells here, these are the two gametes. Two gametes are formed. Okay, these are gametes. Now, how actually the two gametes are going to fuse with each other in order to complete the process of fertilization? When the two gametes are formed, they both start coming near each other. Okay, so the gamete bearing hypha tends to move towards each other to achieve fertilization. So first step that you will write, the gamete bearing, this is gamete, this is also haploid, this is also haploid. The gamete bearing hypha come close to each other and later the cells get fused. Okay, and later the cells get fused. Now how actually the cells are fusing? The cells will take the cells will undergo the three steps, that is plasmogamy, karyogamy and that meiosis division, so to achieve the complete process of sexual reproduction. But the cells actually does not fuse in a very simple manner. What actually happens? Suppose these are the two gametes and this is the nucleus. This is also haploid and this is also haploid. Okay, so these are gametes. These two gametes will fuse with each other. First of all, there will be the fusion of only cytoplasm of the gametes. So we will consider this step as plasmogamy. There will be plasmogamy, and as I have said, the nucleus are not fusing, only the cytoplasm of the cells are fusing. So there will be the common cell because the cytoplasm of both the cells have fused, but as the nucleus of both the cells have not fused, so this would be something like this. Okay, the two nuclei are there, it would be n plus n, not 2n, because the nucleus are still separate from each other. Okay, so this stage is known as dikaryon. Okay, because the two nuclei are present, stage having two nucleus, stage having two nuclei. Okay, and after this the two nuclei will be fused with each other. Now the two nuclei have fused. This process is known as karyogamy. This is karyogamy. But the process of karyogamy, which you are viewing as a very simple step, it is not simple. That there is a little bit twist in this step that I will tell you in some few minutes. First of all, just look at this process in a very simple manner. This is karyogamy. Okay, this is karyogamy. And now because the two nuclei have also fused, this is zygote. And the zygote, since n plus n was there, but both the n's are fused, so it will be 2n. Okay, now this zygote will undergo meiosis division. Okay, the zygote is undergoing the meiosis division, and through meiosis division the zygote will be divided into 4 haploid spores. These are the spores, 4 haploid spores. They are not asexual spores, they are sexual spores. Okay, so 4 haploid spores. Okay, these are the 4 haploid spores, and the 4 haploid spores will form, not like this. The 4 haploid spores will again form a new mycelium. Each spore will develop into a new mycelium, and this mycelium will again form gametes, and this process again occurs. So this is the complete process of sexual reproduction in fungi. Now I have told you that there is some twist in this dikaryo or karyogamy stage. You are seeing here that in dikaryon there are 2 nuclei present in the cell, after this I have told you that the fusion of 2 nuclei is taking place, which is known as karyogamy, and resulting in the formation of zygote, but it not actually happens like this. What happens when the 2 nuclei are present in a cell, that we are calling as the dikaryon stage. So the karyogamy does not occurs very immediately just after the formation of dikaryon. Dikaryon बनने के just बाद karyogamy नहीं होती है. There is a time lag between karyogamy and this dikaryon. There is some time lag after which the karyogamy occurs. So the time lag between karyogamy and dikaryon, this time lag is known as dikaryophase. So you will write over here dikaryophase. Dikaryophase. What is dikaryophase? The time duration for which the cell remain in dikaryon stage. Okay. The time for which the cell remain in dikaryon stage. This dikaryophase, it is signifying that the karyogamy not occurs just after the formation of dikaryon. There is some time lag between the dikaryon and karyogamy. So I think I should rub this. Okay. You will continue this from here, this part. Continue this part from here, this star over here. Okay. It means karyogamy does not occur immediately. Okay, but there is one more twist. There are 4 types of fungi: Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidomycetes and Deuteromycetes. Out of these 4 fungi, only 3 undergo sexual reproduction: Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes and Basidomycetes. That means Deuteromycetes does not perform sexual reproduction. So this entire process is occurring only in 3 types of fungi, that is Phycomycetes, Phycomycetes, Basidomycetes and Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes and Basidomycetes. Now, one important thing that you have to note over here, that this dikaryophase stage or time lag is seen only in Ascomycetes and Basidomycetes. In Phycomycetes, the karyogamy occurs immediately just after this dikaryon. Okay, dikaryophase does not exist in that means Phycomycetes. This dikaryon phase is not seen in Phycomycetes. Okay, and one more thing, it is only seen in Ascomycetes and Basidomycetes. It is only seen in Ascomycetes and Basidomycetes. So this is all about the process of sexual reproduction in fungi. Note it down.